Now, Margery, I'm going to cook the meat and the vegetables. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to use some vegetable oil. Now, I don't know if I showed you these. This was last Christmas's present to myself, and these are magnetic, and I love them. They're just so fantastic. They measure ingredients out really accurately, and I need a 15 milliliter spoon, that's a tablespoon to you, of oil, which I'm going to put into my pan.
Do you have to use oil? Can you not use butter?
You can use butter, but to be quite honest, we're trying to make a healthy meal here, and oil would be healthier for you. The first thing I'm going to do is to cook my onions in the oil. Now you just need your onions to go a bit shiny and soft, and then I'm going to add my carrots. If you remember, we did those into nice small pieces. Now the minced beef I've bought, Margery, is low in fat. I always look for the one that's low in fat. So this one has got less than 5% fat. If you get one that isn't low in fat, you find you get a lot of oil floating to the top, and it's not very healthy at all, and it doesn't always taste very nice. It gives it quite a greasy taste. So I'm going to pop my mince in, and I'm now going to give that a good stir so that the heat mixes all the way through.
Daphne, do you have to keep stirring it?
Well, it is a good idea to keep this on the move, because then it's not going to stick to the bottom of the pan, and it will also help to make sure that it's cooked through evenly. You need to do this for about 10 minutes.
I notice you've got peas there, Daphne. Why have you not put those in with your veg?
Well, Margery, the carrots and the onions need cooking, whereas the peas do not need as long to cook as the vegetables in the pan.
So they're going later?
They go in after about 10 minutes. To make the gravy. Have you made gravy before, Margery?
Oh, I've made custard, Daphne.
We need 4 teaspoons or 5 millspoons of gravy granules. Now, it doesn't matter which you use. And put those into your measuring jug. Now, I'm using beef granules because I've got minced beef, but you can use the chicken, the vegetable ones, it doesn't really matter. It's all to do with personal taste. Now, I've got some boiling water in the kettle, and I'm going to pour in 250 millilitres of boiling water. Now, what happens when you add it to the granules is they'll thicken. Did you find this with your custard?
Yes, and you have to keep stirring it.
You do, because otherwise you get the lumps, and we just don't like lumps. Now, Margery, I'm now going to add my peas because it's been cooking for 10 minutes. So these are frozen straight into the pan. They'll defrost while they're cooking. And it also gives it a lot of nice colour, and it's good to eat in colour because that means that you're getting part of your 5 a day of your fruit and vegetables. So here we're getting our peas, our carrots and our onions, which are helping to contribute towards our 5 a day. I'm going to pour the gravy in, and I need to bring that up to a simmer, which is the little bubbles, and I'm going to leave it to cook for about 15 minutes. Now, you don't need to stir it too often at this stage.
Are you going to put the lid on?
Do you know, you took the words out of my mouth there, Margery. I'm going to put the lid on, and that stops it from drying out, and it helps it to cook more evenly. Now, Margery, the potatoes are cooked. I'm now going to mash them. So I'm just going to put them back in the pan because it saves washing up. And I've got a variety of gadgets to show you. Oh, I love my gadgets. Now, have you seen one of these before?
Looks like a toilet plunger.
Well, I wouldn't put it down my toilet, Margery. It's actually called a spudnik, and you can use it for mashing your potatoes or mashing mashing swede or carrot or parsnips. And that's another thing, Margery. You can put other ingredients in with your potato to give them a different colour and a different flavour.
Like what?
Parsnips, carrot, turnip, and there's lots of other ingredients as well. Mustard, horseradish, garlic, oil. You need to get out more.
Sounds a bit exotic.
Well, Margery, you've just about summed it up. Now, Margery, have you ever seen one of these before?
It's a big garlic press.
I bought myself this for Christmas in 2005. It's actually called a potato ricer, and you can use it for mashing your potatoes. You put your potatoes into the large area, you push it down, and out it comes. Now, I've obviously got our traditional masher.
I'd use that.
I think that's what I'll use today. Now, all you do, obviously, is you just push and press to get your potatoes mashed up. Now, some people like to put a large amount of butter into the mashed potato, but that's not really very healthy, and we're trying to make a healthy cottage pie today. Some people add salt to it, but really, there's enough salt in with the gravy. So I'm just going to put a little bit of milk in to make it nice and smooth. Now then, Margery, my mince mixture's cooked, so I'm going to pour it into my casserole dish, or you could put it into any dish that'd go in the oven. And if you do that a little bit before you need to use your potatoes, it just helps to cool down and settle before you put your mashed potato on the top. Now, Margery, there's lots of different ways you can put your potato onto your shepherd's pie. But when you get a little bit more experience, you might want to have a try using a piping bag. I'm going to show you different ways you can put your potato on. First of all, you can do rosettes. You can do them in lines, you can do them in circles, you can use this for cream, for gâteaux and for desserts. You can also go up and down with your piping bag to give a nice design like that. Or another thing you can do, if I just turn that round, is you can do what I call the corkscrew, where you move it round and you have a nice decorative effect. And again, you could use this to decorate cakes, but obviously you'd use cream and not potato. Now, Margery, I'm just putting the potato onto the cooled mince mixture, and I'm just doing this carefully because I've got some gravy under there. I don't want it to be all coming out. So I've been putting that on top of my mince. Obviously I could have piped this, and I've shown you now how to pipe, so that's something that you could maybe go away and think about. And then just spread that. And then what you can do is use a fork to make a pattern just along the top. And just pop that down there. Well then, Margery, are you going to have a go at making this cottage pie or what?
I think I will, Daphne. You've inspired me.
Wow!
Do you know, I love cottage pie.
Peeler you want to use?
Just keep going. Start that bit again.
The carrots and the onions are going to take quite a while to cook.
Sainsbury's with my discount card. Yeah, Sainsbury's.
Go.
Wow, you're not making me a cottage pie, are you?
The whole question.
You can do, yeah.
Daphne, what's the difference between a white onion and a red onion?
Oh, is it a joke?
No, it's a question.
Oh.
Go on then.
Got a bit laughing. Hang on. What do you really fancy for tea tonight? Do you know what? I really fancy cottage pie. Is that enough?
Hang on, say it again.
I love cottage pie.